You're welcome to the Fragrance Plug, your source for all things scent. I am your host, Maurice. Hey, we got a packed out show, man. Let's get into it. It is Friday, man. You know, Friday, we always feel good on a Friday. It's hard to be in a bad mood on a Friday. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody's having a great day. What's up, Bezo? I see you down there in the chat. What up with you, fam? Hey, everybody go ahead and drop y'all center of the days down below. We got a packed out show today, fam. We got a lot to discuss. We got a lot to go over. I seen a lot of y'all. Hey, I don't know if y'all saw that video that I did on Justin reacting to Justin. Boy, y'all going wild in the comments on that one. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out, bro. Y'all going wild in the comments on that one. And the crazy part is, I didn't even think I said anything crazy, bro. I thought I kept it very, very cordial. You know what I'm saying? Peaceful. I just spoke to the talking points. That was it. I ain't attacked nobody. If you seen the video, you know. Like, let me know down in the chat. Am I tripping? I thought that I just talked to the point. I seen a lot of people was not a lot. A lot of people understood where I was coming from in the video, but then there were some that was like, bro, they was trying to get on my ass about some stuff that I typed or that I said. Either way, let's get into it, man. We got a packed out show today. We got a couple of new fragrances that we got to talk about now. Most of these, all these gonna be for the ladies, bro. I don't know what happened today. I look up, I just see fragrances for the ladies just dropping. So we're gonna get into that real quick. Let's go ahead and slide over to man, let's talk about it, man. Where'd it go? Hey, there we go. Let's talk about it, man. Welcome to the Daily Drop. Daily Drop, you can hear all things scent, anything new that's going to be coming out in fragrances. We're going to drop it right here. Not first impression, but upcoming releases, designers niche, it don't matter. We got a couple of them. Bro, I did not know that there was a new Mont Blanc that came out. Now, this one is going to be for the ladies specifically. Let's talk about it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit a like button for the YouTube algorithm. Let's get into this one. First of all, I like this bottle. Now, looking at some of these pictures, I'm thinking that this could have been unisex. You know, if I'm correct, I think there's like some vanilla praline. Yeah, I think that's vanilla. Then we got some amber right there. We got a little bit of floral, some type of woody accord. So let's go, man. Mont Blanc has launched a new fragrance in the popular Signature collection, Signature Elixir. The scent opens with a mysterious note of red orchid, moves into a soft, creamy vanilla heart, and finishes with the amber woody accord. The notes we can be expecting on this, it's only giving us the 3-piece. The one note each. Rich accord, red accord in the top, vanilla in the heart, amber woody accord in the drawdown. It says that it's going to stand out its warm, intense character while still retaining the recognizable profile of the original. They're going to have them in 30, 50, and 90 ml bottles. It looks like this might already be out. You can check the website. I ain't going to hold you. You know how we do Mont Blanc. You can find these at the rack stores. Wait till the rack stores, pick it up there. I'm pretty sure to be around that $40, $50 price. Me, from what I know about the rack, honestly, Mont Blanc, the white joint. Y'all know what I'm talking about, especially from the Mont Blanc signature line. The white, that's really the only one. I haven't really had a Mont Blancs, even the EDP concentration, which is a little bit dark, a little bit more woody. That one is cool, but it's still not like, I ain't gonna lie, that ain't no Max 30. That ain't one that I'm just trying to hold on into the collection. But that's just me. But the white joint signature, I think, Spirit. Oh, damn, there we go, Spirit. That joint right there, yeah, got to have that one. Let's tap into the next one. I might go over this one. This looks like a new brand. I don't know. We might dive into that one. Let's dip over to the next one, though. We got new Joe Milano, sandalwood and spiced apricot. Now, we only have a little bit of information. I don't think that this one's out yet. I do not think that this was out yet. In the opening, we can be expecting apricot, cardamom, and nutmeg, mate leaf, and sandalwood, patchouli, lavender, and vanilla in the dry down. Introducing the limited edition scent of the season 2025, sandalwood and spiced apricot. Taking inspiration from this year's Christmas campaign of fun and games between friends and family, enjoyed with a spiced, warm, festive drink. And wrapped in the spirit of the evening, Warm sandalwood and the richness of vanilla makes merry. The freshness of cardamom reveals that with the velvety smoothness of apricot. A playful scent of the season. See, the one thing about this is, especially, like, this actually sounds like a banger of a fragrance, but the thing is, with it having so much of an emphasis on the holidays, Christmas traditions, whenever I hear fragrances like that, I always think of how linear it is or how limited I would be to wear that type of fragrance, especially, like, let's say if something focuses mostly on, let's say if something focuses mostly on, like, peppermint. I'm gonna be thinking about that during the winter time, mostly Christmas. December for the most part. So it's like when you have such an emphasis on the holidays or something like that to where it's limited to 1 to 2 months, that's where it's like it makes me a little edgy to want to get a full bottle. You know what I'm saying? Because then I can just get a decant, little 10 ml, and I'll be straight for what I need it for. K. Ali, we got 2 new fragrances, Chocolate Oud, and this one is supposed to be having spice rum and caramel apple in the open. Violet orris and incense in the mid. Dark cacao and chocolate oud in the dry. Now I know, first of all, I've never tapped into this brand. I've smelt it at the mall a couple of times, but it's never just anything that just stood out. These notes though. The spiced rum, the caramel apple, the incense, because I like smoky fragrances. Then it has oud, but it also has like a chocolatey oud that's somewhat leaning in that gourmand space. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of gourmands, but still, we got the spiced rum. So I'm expecting it to be boozy with a very nice caramel apple. I ain't gonna lie, this might be overly sweet. I can probably see this as a great fragrance that might be good for layering with something that might be leaning a little bit too masculine, like too much in the dark oud realm, like a oud for greatness or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something where it's leaning extremely dark. This might be a great fragrance for layering. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment, because they do have one more that we're going to talk about, which is Milky Musk Oud. So they are leaning a lot into the oud, we're seeing, especially for this fall and winter 2025. Strawberry and pink pepper are what we can be expecting in the opening, while we have incense, suede sandalwood, silver oud, and amberette. Now, this one right here sounds strictly for the ladies. I can't do this one. This one sounds strictly for the ladies. Let me know what y'all think. And then they have Oudgasm. Yeah, that's strictly for the ladies, fam. That's strictly for the ladies, man. That is strictly for the ladies, man. Let me know what y'all think down about those fragrances down in the comment section, man. Again, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hit a like for the YouTube algorithm. It definitely helps support the channel. Let me see what y'all talking about down here in the chat. Odyssey, Armaf Odyssey, Leon and Gray. Okay, so you got layering combo in the chat. I see you. Ombre Nomad. Weather still smell. Damn, you went Ombre Nomad in 92 degrees. Hey, salute to you, man. I feel the same way, but it's hard for me to find like a Mont Blanc fragrance that I actually enjoy. Spirit, that's gonna be one. Outside of that, especially when it comes to that signature line, it's a little tough for me, man. What up with you, Sam Bubble? I see you down there, fam. Appreciate you for stopping by. Yeah, that was a little tough for me. That one is definitely tough. Let's get into the next topic. Look, we're going to play a game. Y'all know it's Friday. We just relax and we having a good time. We're going to switch over into a new series that we're going to start doing. First of all, I got to move the laptop out the way. Let's get active. This or that. I'm going to be presenting y'all with 2 fragrances, and y'all are going to let me know which ones y'all are rocking. All of these have situations. They're all situational. Scent of the day. I see you down there in the chat, Will. Hey, scent of the day, Rare Reef. Hey, y'all be showing up for the day show. Y'all be showing up. I appreciate the love. Big facts. Now, let's get active. This or that. We have 3 rounds that we're gonna play. We got 6 fragrances that we will be presenting right here. The first one. Hold on, let me get this off here. Boom. Okay, this or that. Again, the rules are simple. We're just going to discuss fragrances. I got 2 fragrances that we're going to be pinning up against each other. They all are fit for a certain category. They're all going to be a situation as well. So you're going to let me know which one you would much rather have in this situation. I think this is going to be nice. Some of these are just going to be which one you like the most or which one you prefer out of the 2. So we're going to discuss it. We're going to have like a community discussion on this one. So let's get into it. The first round that we have is going to be the Battle of Afnan. I have 2 Afnan fragrances that we're going to pit against each other. And y'all already know how we're going to do it. Let's dive. All right, I dropped the little cosmetic thing. Let's go ahead and get active. The first one that we're going to talk about is Afnan 9 p.m. And we are going to pin that one up against 9 p.m. Rebel. Now, let's get active. The Battle of the 9 p.m. Which one do you prefer, fam? Which one is more so of your speed? Now, we know that this one is that Ultramalt DNA, and this is beautiful, man. This is beautiful. The thing I like about this one the most, yes, it does have a very nice opening. Somewhat slightly spicy, but a lot of fruits in the opening on this one. Somewhat warm as well. A lot of floral accords as it starts to transition. That's what I enjoy the most, that transition in this one. The opening is still nice, but the florals in this one, top notch. And you know I'm not even the biggest fan of florals, so to get some floral accords that you actually enjoy, this one right here does a great job of that. But then we have the newest rendition of the line, and this one right here ain't no slouch, man. Ain't no slouch. They did their damn thing with this one, fam. Because you got to think about it like this. When you initially smell this fragrance, you kind of get the pickup of 2 DNAs. You get a little bit of that spice, that saffron, a lot of that earthiness that you get in the Baccarat 540, especially that sweetness, that candy, playful, youthful sweetness that you get also. But then you do get a somewhat of an Aventus Absolute playing a role in it. Kind of like a twist combo in my opinion, because you do get some pineapple that shows in this, and that shit is juicy, man. It will somewhat remind you of a Cahiers d'Alfresson, just a little bit more refined. I'm going to say that this one leans a little bit more on that earthy, mossy effect in my personal opinion. But an absolutely amazing fragrance. And both of these are heavy hitters now. Don't sleep on this one. Kind of got this shit through TikTok and everything. But this one right here is much more so of a fragrance to me to where if you get your hands on this one, you spend a little bit of time with it, you can actually enjoy the characteristics that this one has on it. This one is much more of a mass appealing fragrance. Everybody will like this one, especially because of the hype. But this one right here, bruh, I'm just saying. It's taking 2 very popular fragrances that we enjoy, and they're giving us a twist. You can't say that this one is a clone. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking a lot about clone fragrances and these brands. You can't say that Afnan cloned this one. Afnan kind of, they got inspirations. But this one ain't a clone, man. Let's see what we tapping. Let's see. I'm about to tap into the chat. Let's see what we got. Okay, Gems, I see you down in the chat. What up, baby? Appreciate you for making your presence known, my guy. Let's see. Okay, Will is going with the OG 9 p.m. Okay, now look. I'm liking that. Now let me ask you this: what's making you choose 9 p.m. the original over this one? Because man, for me it's a little tough. It's a little tough on this one because I spent more time with this one, yes. But at the same time, this DNA, like if I had to choose one for life, man. Because you really can't get this DNA, the Rebel. You can't get this one in a different fragrance. Whereas with this one, we know that we can get La Tapa Ram Silver, I think. That's one that easily comes to mind that's doing this exact same DNA. Might not last as long, but we still got a rendition of it too as the 9 p.m. Rebel. We do not have a rendition of that one. We only have what 9 p.m. Rebel has to offer, and maybe if you do like a layering combo or something on your own. But this is the only one that does this. You know what I'm saying? Like them both though. Okay. Alfresson on steroids. That's what I'm saying, fam. That one on steroids. You need to try the other 9 p.m. lines. 9 p.m. Dive is absolute basic. I mean, it's basic, but it's beast mode. Like the blue joint. 9 p.m. Dive is nice. 9 p.m. Dive is nice. Rebel is better and more flexible. Kind of is when you think about it. It kind of is when you think about it. Like that's a great point. That's a great point because if I had to look at the two, I would still feel comfortable wearing. I would feel much more comfortable wearing Rebel in like high Texas heat. Whereas with 9 p.m. the OG, I feel like I would choke myself out if I was to do the same amount of sprays on both. I feel like this one would choke me out in high heat situations. This one much more so to me shines in like that fall, winter, spring, transitional seasons, around that time. Whereas this DNA right here, man, hold on, brother. Who? This one is year round. Rebel has that ability to be a year-round fragrance, fam. That's the one thing that I must give that one. Like, you can't. But let me know. I'm just asking. I probably should have put a poll up in the chat. Okay, Les. We got Lens. I prefer Rebel. Okay. So it looks like we got two that's leaning Rebel, one that's leaning the OG. Again, me personally, if I'm choosing between the two, I'm probably going to lean towards the Rebel on this one. I'm probably going to lean towards the Rebel just because, again, that DNA is kind of hard to get that one outside of layering two fragrances yourself. This is already just already made fragrance. You know what I mean? 9 PM Original is my favorite clone of all time. Now, no lie, I'm not a huge fan of the Alphasan DNA. Okay, so I'm guessing it's a little bit too youthful. Could be too sweet. I'm guessing it's because that's always something that I hear a lot of when that one. So I can see that, fam. I appreciate you letting me know. The 9 PM OG kind of got a brown sugar sweetness, more subtle for fall and colder months. Okay, it does have a little bit of sweetness to it for sure. I like the OG more, probably for nostalgia reasons. For me, one of my first pickups when I started my fragrance journey, and that's what I'm saying. And that's where I think the 9 PM, the OG, is going to get a lot of people because of that nostalgia fragrance. Like, it really was one of the first fragrances that when you first think about when you started getting into, especially your clone fragrance journey, 9 PM was one of the first ones that you got into. It was Wise, it was 9 PM, it was Detour Noir, Cayenne Alphasan. You know, it was those are some of the ones that kind of come to mind when you first think of like what clone fragrances I got first. And that's why I think that this one will have the edge. But I'm just talking about as a fragrance on its own, fam. As a fragrance on its own, I'm going to have to lean Rebel. I'm gonna have to lean Rebel with this one. But it is something about this Rebel, this off 9 PM. This shit right here, bro. I'm telling you, the more I wear it, the only time that this fragrance really becomes like a tough challenge is when I'm comparing it to Cayenne Alphasan. Because then you have to really examine the fragrance, because they do kind of come out similar, especially with like that pineapple fruity sweetness that you get in the opening. But once you start to let the fragrance transition and sit there and really experience that dry down, you start to notice a little bit more of like that earthy effect in the fragrance. And that's one of the things that I kind of do enjoy. It dials down that sweetness a little bit. For me personally, this is one of the ones that I'm rocking with. On this one, I'm rocking with this 9 PM Rebel. Is Zora Oud mass appealing in your opinion? I do not think so at all. I like it a lot though. It's one of my favorites from that line. It might, I think, that's the one that's my favorite one from that line. I like that one over the Ethereal joint, the Liquid Broom joint. I like that one over Liquid Broom. That's me personally. Let's tap into the next round. Let me move this one out the way. But that was nice, man. I appreciate everybody's comments on that one, because that was definitely fun. A lot closer than what I was expecting it to be. Now, this next one, we're gonna do the Battle of the Pineapples. You know what I'm saying? Do Battle of the Pineapples. Like, I got 2 pineapple dominant fragrances right here. One of them y'all already know. We talked about it not too long ago. Let's go ahead and bring Cayenne Alphasan to the table. But to combat this, we if you know, you know, fam. That's all I can say. I keep trying to tell you. This next one, if you know, you know. Shaheen Gold, fam. Which one? What we doing? What are we doing, dog? Let's talk about this one, because this one was a little. This one kind of came to my attention because of one thing. Both of these fragrances lean pineapple. So if you're somebody that truly enjoys a lot of pineapple in your fragrances, you're set there. Like the fruits, and especially if you don't mind like the level of sweetness that you get in your fragrances, especially when it comes to that fruit department, you're gonna be good to go there. Now, we have to start talking about a few differences in these. Of course, we know that Cahiers Al Persan, we're gonna move this down real quick. We know that Cahiers Al Persan is mostly two things: pineapple and saffron. And it does a beautiful job of combining both of those together. I've smelled this on so many people in so many situations. I've seen them in suits. I've seen them in casual wear. I don't care what you have going on. Cahiers Al Persan just works, and it projects like no other. Think of like a Club de Nuit type of projection. This shit right here just projects throughout the whole time. Women love it. Men appreciate it. Hey, this one, but again, pineapple and saffron. Juicy pineapple, very nice saffron, clean throughout majority of this fragrance. It's not really too much to worry about this one. I would say that this one is gonna be somewhat linear in a way. But, boy, this Shaheen Gold, fam. This Shaheen Gold has a lot of characteristics to it. A lot of characteristics. The first thing that you're going to get in this one, you are going to get that pineapple. But you get a very nice, like, uplifting, aromatic touch with this one. Very much so a Fougere style fragrance, but it's going to be on that, like, Fougere green style, because you got a few spices in this that are extremely much more so on, like, that cardamom. Going to be much more on the green side of things. So throughout this fragrance, even though you do get the pineapple, you are going to recognize that this fragrance has a lot of green characteristics to it. A lot of aromatics, but fig is going to be the most prominent note outside of the pineapple with this one. And the way that fig and pineapple mixes together, yes, it does somewhat give it like a balsamic resonance to it. Like, it does do that a little bit, but I'm telling you, fam, the compliment getting factor that you get in Cahiers Al Persan is there, just like it is in this one. Is in this one. The main two differences is gonna be which word. So, are you gonna prefer something that's gonna be leaning in that pineapple and spice, or are you gonna lean something that's pineapple and green? Because again, that fig is what really gives it the character in this, because throughout majority of both of these fragrances, you're going to get pineapple. Opening, mid, dry down. You're getting pineapple throughout the whole thing. Saffron, a little bit more of like a woody type of dry down in this one, but mostly that pineapple and saffron. This one right here, you're going to get that pineapple and fig throughout most of it. With a very nice, like, clean, woody base. Fam, let me know. I'm about to see what y'all. I'm about to see. Shaheen is peak. I'm telling you, fam. I see. I ain't on. Look, Shaheen. If you know. And then this is a beautiful presentation. And the best part about this, both of these fragrances are very much so unisex in my eyes. The pineapple really helps us out. Where this one right here could be a little bit overly sweet for my fellas, especially with that pineapple. This one right here kind of saves the overly that too much of a fruit sweetness by adding that fig to it. Makes it much, much more tolerable for my men that don't prefer those overly sweet fragrances, in my personal opinion. If you like masculine fragrances, but that aren't too dark, you know what I'm saying, that are still bright, that are still fun, that are still inviting, and that, you know, your lady could wear if she wanted, this is the one. Shaheen Gold. I'm saying. I did try Notorious Exclusive. That one's nice. I just don't have it in the collection though. Oh, we got one right there. Cahiers Al Persan. Okay. So I'm seeing a little balance between the two. I'm seeing 1 and 1 right now. Shaheen is not a clone, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know if Shaheen is a clone. I have no idea what it could be cloned. I don't have anything in my collection that smells like this. This is very much so its own damn thing. I like Shaheen Gold, man. I'm not saying I'm choosing yet, but I'm just like, Shaheen Gold is very much so its own fragrance, in my personal opinion. Hard to vote unless I've smelt the lineup. Like the Latapa Pineapple Juice Woods, I don't wear it much anymore now. Okay. Nice. We appreciate that. We definitely appreciate that. I've been raving about that Shaheen for a minute. I'm telling you, fam, you got to get that. Yeah, that Shaheen is an absolute beast, man. If you know, you know. If I had to choose between these two, me personally, I'm rocking out with Shaheen. Gold. Like if I had to choose one for life, I'm choosing Shaheen Golden. Mainly because, like, if I wanted this type of DNA, I can still get like the 9 p.m. Rebel. Remember, I'm choosing one for life. I don't have a single fragrance in my collection, even if it does do pineapple. I don't have a single one that does that pineapple and fig, that pineapple and green, that fun, inviting signature scent type of DNA. I don't have one that does it like this, man. Shaheen Gold, in my personal opinion, does it like no other, fam. And if you're talking about an affordable fragrance, a BOB safe fragrance, a fragrance that you don't have to let sit there and just grow and macerate over time, like you can just wear this one straight out the gate and be good. That's where it's at right there, man. That's where it's at right there. Shaheen Gold is the winner for me, fam. Hey, that's the one for me. Hey, Rayon, I see you. I like Shaheen too, man. Shaheen Gold is nice, man. Yeah. Since I think we got a winner on this one. Hey, what up? Since I see you down in the chat, fam. I like heavy dark fragrances like Mahir Black. Hey, that Mahir Black is a rough one, man. That Mahir Black is a rough one. When you talk about dark fragrances, that one is extremely dark. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Love the presentation you give. Channel is going to grow. I definitely appreciate that. Thank you. Let's go. We got one more round that we're going to do. I see we got the winner of these two. Let's go. We have one more round that I want to present to y'all. Let me move this out the way. Remember, go ahead and hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. These next two, we're going to look at this next round as like our white tea fragrance. You know what I'm saying? Spring, summertime, but mostly spring. But either way, you're thinking white tea. You going to the beach. You going to a lake. You might be going to a pool party. You might be going somewhere to where you're rocking like some shorts, a white tee. You might have some slides on, whatever the case may be. You might be getting into some water. Or you could just be doing some casual wear with a white tee. You just simple. These are the two fragrance options that we're going to go with. The first one, both of these are perfect white tea fragrances in my personal opinion, man. Lacoste L1212 Blanc. And let's just go ahead and get this. Azzaro Chrome Pure. Now, let's talk about it. Okay, man. God, dog. Boy, hey, man, I think we back. Hold on. Let me. Bruh, I think we back, man. God, dog, man. Look, this I'm gonna have to stop. I'm not connecting Instagram to this shit no more. Cause anytime I'm like this happen, it's because I got the Instagram connected to me. Please give me a one in the chat if you can hear me right now. Let me know. Give me a one in the chat. God damn, but we had that motion on us too, man. Hey, when the devil, it's cool. Don't stress. You know, when the devil work, we just try to push through. Give me a one if you can hear me, and we're gonna get back into the. There you go. I see you, Rio. I appreciate that. I don't know what happened, y'all. I think something with Instagram. When Instagram logged off, we back active. I'm sticking to YouTube on this. Facts. I appreciate that. Now let's get back into the show. We have Lacoste L1212 Blanc, Azzaro Chrome Pure, best white tea fragrance. This or that? Which one are you choosing? Now, like I was saying before, I was rudely cut off by the technology. This right here is a beautiful fragrance that has a lot of freshness up top. Like I'm talking about like that bergamot, but it's a little bit different. It has like the clean shaving side of it, not really the juice aspect of the citruses, but it has a very nice woody scent also that is extremely clean. But the most important thing about this fragrance right here is that floral presence that you get in the fragrance. Oh my gosh, fam. That it's a very nice like jasmine white flowers, but it also has like a lot of this ylang-ylang quality about itself. I'm not the biggest fan of florals, but the way that this one plays on the citruses mixing together with the woods and then playing the floral drop as it starts to transition, this for me, boy, it's hard, fam, because this was signature scent for a minute. Now, fam, hey, it was gone for a second. You know, IG tried to take me out the game, but we back. YouTube still got me in here. YouTube still letting me do my thing, so we still here. But this right here does the florals, especially if you like clean florals. And I keep saying white tea. Remember, I'm thinking like a white tea fragrance when I think about these two, especially in the spring. I don't know, fam. Let's tap into Azzaro Chrome Pure, because this one ain't no slouch either. But I remember this one being like very ozonic. You know what I'm saying? Still having the freshness, still having the woods. Yeah. Very bright. Oh my gosh, this one's clean too. This one is clean too. A lot of the freshness. Now, the one thing I will say about these two, this one right here slightly got a little bit of like a synthetic edge to it. Slightly in that opening. But after you let it sit there for a second, you can start to enjoy the fragrance a lot more. Now, where this one is bright and floral, this one is bright but somewhat creamy. You know what I'm saying? Like a sandalwood creamy type of effect. This one right here, I don't want to say. Still maintains a slight floral edge, but it leans a little bit more creamy. So this one right here is just bright, fun, and the way the ylang-ylang mixes together with everything in there, because that's the main floral chord that you get in the Lacoste L12 Blanc. The way that one mixes together with the woods, you can pick up that it's a floral note that's really playing a part in it, but it still has an ability to lean more woody and into the bright side than what you get in this one, where the floral aspect tends to go a little bit more creamy. Still have a little bit of woods, but it's definitely going to be a little bit more creamy at the same time. Let's see what y'all thinking. Let's see what y'all are thinking right now. I didn't even see that, Walter. Yeah, man, it was too much heat. Take it in. Let's see. Okay, I see you down there, Kicks. Okay. Never try Chrome. Hey, Lacoste L1212 is goated. It is nice. Lacoste L1212 is nice. Lacoste L1212 is very nice in my personal opinion. But both of these nice. And the best part is, if you've never tried neither one of these fragrances, both of these you can get at the rack store. There was at one point to where this one was going around 100 ml. Get set. It was 100 ml and a 50 ml that you got. Ross had it and Marshall's had it. It was like $40, fam. Absolute steal. I still got my 50 ml. I might get that one away, but this is good. I might do a giveaway with that one, because I got a couple of like sets that came with a big bottle and a small one. Some of the small ones I could actually give away. And then you also have this one right here. I think I picked this one up for like $30 at a Nordstrom rack. Beautiful fragrance. I picked up the whole Azzaro line, I think. This one and Chrome Extreme from the rack stores for like less than $30. Bruh. Can't go wrong. My personal opinion out of these two fragrances, I'm going to have to go with the Lacoste L1212. It's just something about the way that it maintains that frame of the brightness that you get from the freshness in the opening with the citruses, but you also have that very nice, I'm telling you, the way that ylang-ylang and white florals, the jasmine plays a part in this. Even though it has a lot of floral accords in it, this fragrance is still going to be very much so masculine, in my opinion. I can't see this one leaning unisex like that. Like, this one is going to stay Stay in that masculine vein. And this one, signature scent, fam. If you only needed one scent to wear for what? March, April, and May, this could be the one. This could be the one. And you can do this business. You can do this casual. You can still have fun with it. This will work in date situations. Now, it might not be the best situation for date night. But if you're doing something during the day, you can still get away with this one. I like it a lot, man. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Let's switch over to the next topic. Again, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. We appreciate the support on the channel over here. And how would L1212 hold up in high heat? It's going to do good, man. I would be comfortable wearing L1212 in anything up to 95. Like once it gets to that plus the 100, I'm like, yo, might be doing too much. But it will really be comfortable anywhere in that 80 to 90 range, because then you can really let the fragrance sit there to where it might not be too cloying, especially because the one part, even though I enjoy the floral aspects in that fragrance, the one part that I can see being the most cloying when it gets to too high of a heat is going to be the florals, more specifically that Lang Lang. So you really have to find that one in what I would think to be a great temperature range. Too high is going to be too much. It has to be during that. And that's why I say spring, transitional seasons from summer to fall, winter to spring, spring all the way. That's when I think that one will work the most. So for sure, man. Too easy, fam. I'm glad I can help. Too easy, man. Look, I got 3 fragrances. Y'all know one thing I always tell y'all about. I be telling y'all about my rack store wins and losses. Y'all know I got a shadow realm of fragrances. I kind of want to discuss a few of my shadow realm fragrances, bro. We got to revisit them. Now, a couple of them y'all might like still. Some of them y'all might hate. I only got 3 of them. We're just going to revisit them. I'm going to talk to y'all, let y'all know why I dislike them. Let me know why you like them. And we can just go from there, fam. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And fam, I'll go live. I'm trying to build the schedule right now to where I go live at least once a day, especially on the weekdays. I got a couple of topics written down that I think I can balance out from Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? Talking points and things like that. So right now I'm trying to do just Monday through Friday live stream. If you get one on the weekend, it's definitely because it was a vlog. Like I was out and about in the city type thing. Now, for those who don't know, shadow realm fragrances, they are all the way in the back. Like I'm talking about in the closet. They rarely get seen. You know what I'm saying? They rarely get playtime. They might be used as a bedtime fragrance. They might be used as a humidified fragrance. But the chances of it being used on my body and going out into the streets, slim to none, fam. Let's get into it. The first one, and we got 3 of them that we're going to revisit. So I definitely want to bring out the tester strips because I want to be able to smell them and just kind of talk to the points. The first one that we're going to discuss, coming from the house of Marmarov, Tres Nuit. And I have a funny story about this one too. Tres Nuit. The second fragrance that I want to discuss is going to be coming from the house of Armaf, Ventana. We're going to discuss Ventana. And then the last fragrance, which is the last one might be my favorite one on this whole list, to be honest. Silver Scents Pure by Jacques Burgat. I don't know how to pronounce that name. This one I got in the trade. These 2 I bought myself. Let's go. Okay. Now, I want to start off with our Armaf Tres Nuit first. I'm not going to lie. When this fragrance first dropped, boy. I remember the first time I smelled this. And the first time I smelled this, I did not smell it on the internet. I did not smell it from the internet. I didn't even know. I wasn't even watching YouTube fragrance videos at the time this fragrance dropped. It was somewhere around after college, and I was in Killeen with my uncle. He's in the military base, so they get certain stuff all the time. And he was telling me, yo, nephew, you gotta try this. Gotta try this cologne I got, blase, blase. I'm like, all right, what is it? Like, okay, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? What we talking about? He took me to the mall. Because he's like, man, I got one of my buddies up there at the mall. So we went to this fragrance shop. And I remember this bottle. Like, when you first see this bottle for the first time, you will never forget where you're at. Especially if you see it in store, you like, damn, this shit kind of ugly. Like, you don't think too much of it. But then you get it, you smell it, and then you're like, okay, not bad. Not something that I would actually, now I would say not something that I truly reach for. I'm not a big fan of that powdery, I want to say somewhat metallic aspect that this fragrance gives off. I'm not the biggest fan of that. But the first time I tried it, because of where I was at with my nose, I thought that this was a pretty decent fragrance. And I was gonna buy it until the dude told me in the mall that this shit was $80. Now, mind you, I didn't know much about fragrances at the time. And I definitely didn't know anything about Armaf. Because at this point in time, I was not watching YouTube fragrance videos like that. This happened somewhere around like 2017, 2019. Somewhere in that window, I want to say. Maybe even a little bit earlier. But he said $80. I'm looking throughout the shop. I see the YSLs. I see the Dior's. And then I see Armaf. And I'm thinking, $80 for some Armaf? Yeah, it's the Green Irish Tree joint. Yeah, it is. And I see it and I'm like, couldn't do it. Now, is this a terrible fragrance? Absolutely not. It's just not my style. I couldn't see myself reaching for it. I'm not the biggest fan of that Green Irish Tweed DNA. It just doesn't work for me. I don't like this one. I also don't like, what is it? Sillage? Sillage Club de Nuit. I'm not the biggest fan of those. So when it comes to a lot of what this DNA does, it really just doesn't work with my skin chemistry. It doesn't work, and I just don't enjoy it when I'm out and about personally myself. But I still can't deny if other people enjoy it. I think I've heard Bowtie talk a lot about this fragrance. So especially when he first got into the cologne fragrance, I remember him talking a lot about this one. So not knocking how good it is, but for me, it's just not one that I can see myself wanting to reach for on a daily basis. Shadow Realm fragrance use right there. It just has to stay there. Unless I can do it in the trade or something on Facebook, it's just going to have to stay in the Shadow Realm. The next fragrance, Ventana. And this is a beautiful fragrance if you want something like a Dior Sauvage DNA. Very much so in that vein of a Dior Sauvage. The main difference with this one is it has a lot more of that mandarin orange. Like, you have a lot more orange qualities with Ventana. This is actually an amazing fragrance, fam. This one right here is very much so a great alternative if you're looking to get into that Dior Sauvage. I would say that this would be great for somebody that's in middle school, high school, maybe even somebody going to college that wants a budget-friendly alternative. You can pick this up for like less than $25. So this is a nice fragrance. The one reason why I don't rock with this one so much is literally because of the presentation, fam. I hate the presentation on this shit. I hate the presentation on this. Like, I hate it so much, I can't even decant the juice out of this. I hate it so much. But the fragrance itself, man. The fragrance itself, and it's so loud. That's the one thing I got to give it. But again, a lot of that ambroxan, a lot of that orange metallic side of things. Dior Sauvage all the way, somewhat soapy, but it has a lot of that orange sweetness. I love this shit a lot, man. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's the presentation, and with the presentation alone, that keeps it in the Shadow Realm because I don't want to look at it. Whereas this one, it's not the presentation. Even though this one isn't the best presentation, this one right here kind of just doesn't, I'm not rocking with the smell as much. This one, I enjoy the smell, but I absolutely hate the presentation on this fragrance. And then we got that Jacquees Silver Scent. I love it. Hey, this one's nice. Now, this one is a little bit more on that like simple side of things. Like fabric softeners, luxury, hotel vibes. Very much so clean and offensive, slightly powdery. A lot of freshness in the opening. Very much so like a clean linen style fragrance. I like to wear this one going to bed. I ain't gonna hold you. When I just want something simple to throw on as a nighttime fragrance, I can always lean towards this fragrance right here. And I'm gonna be good to go. But would I recommend this one to somebody? No, I couldn't. I couldn't recommend this one to somebody. I'm sorry. As great of a fragrance I think it is Even though I think that this one you can still pick up for under $40 as well. So it is a BLB safe fragrance. But for me, again, I didn't purchase mine. I picked mine up in a trade. That's how I got it. And I've been keeping it in the collection ever since. But it's just in the shadow realm because it's not something that I would rarely put in a video. I would never tell somebody to go buy this fragrance because it's too many other options. It's too many other fragrances out there that even if you wanted something that's doing like that clean linen type of fragrance, you know what I'm saying? You can lean towards something in the Myself line. You can lean towards something that's along that Bleu de Chanel or Laurent DNA. Like, there's so many other fragrances that do similar to what this is doing that you can go for. And that's where it kind of loses me with this fragrance particular. But still don't mean it can't get some playtime. Like, if you can get in a trade, especially like if I would trade this for this. Like, if somebody offered me this and I had this, I would trade this for this. Absolutely. But I would not trade, as much as I like this DNA, I would not trade this for this. I would much rather keep this than gaining this. I hope all of that made sense. Let's tap into the chat, man. Let's see what y'all talking about. Should I get Shaheen Gold or Euros Flame for the summer, man? I'm choosing Shaheen Gold. But that is a kind of that's very different because Euros Flame kind of plays on like that orange. It's nice. I love Flame. But for the summer, I would lean a little bit more towards that Shaheen Gold. I have a few fragrances that I use for bed fresheners too. You got to, fam. Gotta use them. What's the white bottle smell like? I think I just explained it, so I hope you caught that. But it's basically like clean linen, fresh sheets, somewhat in like a YSL Myself vein of fragrance. Very nice, inoffensive, fresh in the opening, woody, clean woods in the dry. A simple fragrance for sure. I'm waiting on the decant that's headed my way. It's working up here. Yeah, Gems. It's supposed to be. Flames is the best in the line. Flame is nice. Flame is a nice fragrance, man. But let me know what y'all think about these down in the chat, man. Which one of these do y'all have in your collection? Which one of these have you tried? And do you understand the concept of what I'm saying, the shadow realm fragrances? Because I want to know, even if you have this one, how often do you wear it? And is it really in the closet, fam? This fragrance is a closet fragrance. It's not in this. In 2025, there's too many other alternatives than wearing Trez Nuit from Armaf. And I still, to this day, can't believe that man tried to sell that shit to me for $80. And it's like, the more I learned about fragrances, the more I got pissed off that he tried to sell it to me for $80. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I was born at night, but not last night, fam. Stop playing with me. All right. I got a little bit more time. I want to do one more segment. This one is going to be. Now, I didn't put up the titles for this one, but you know what it is. Start, bench, cut. We're going to go into a couple of them right now. I wish I might need to. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and dip on over. I got 3 fragrances here. We're about to go into all 3 of these. The first one is going to be Tarati Blue from Afnan. The second one is going to be Skettre Bronzonite from Maison Alhambra. And the third one is going to be Pisa from the Lattafa Pride line. Now, let's discuss it. For those who don't know and might not be familiar, every single one of these fragrances is playing on the Bulgari Tiger DNA. Some of them are going to be doing a little bit more of a twist, but for the most part, the one thing that they're all going to have in common is a lot of that grapefruit in the opening. Regardless of how they play the twist on the grapefruit, it's a lot of grapefruit in the opening, a lot of woods in the dry down. Very much so a woody, fresh fragrance. But there are subtle differences between all 3, and we're here to discuss them. Let me know what y'all think down in the chat. We're about to tap into it. The first one that we're gonna go over is gonna be Tarati Blue from Ophanon. Beautiful fragrance. Now, this one, whew, jeez, this one is very nice. Grapefruit, but you have a very nice oriental spice with this one. And this is going to be the main difference between this one and these other two. This one has a very nice oriental side to it. So you do have to be a fan of somewhat like that fresh, spicy aspect of it. But if you enjoy that, then what you will notice with this fragrance is that you get the same grapefruit. You have a slight different spice, but it still leans somewhat fresh spicy. It's not earthy in my opinion. It's going to be very much so an inviting spice that you get. Somewhat has a soapy complexion in the backdrop of this one as well, while it maintains a very nice light woody profile that you get in the opening, that as you start to transition just shines a lot more. Now, but that shit is beautiful. That shit is beautiful. Now, the second fragrance that is still going to be doing that same DNA is Bronzonite. And this one right here is clean. It's simple. This one's straight to the point. I'm not going to lie to you. This one might be one of the more closer ones. Pressurized atomizer. Now, this one is still going to be doing that same thing, but without that fresh spicy mix. This one doesn't lean a little bit more into the spice one. This one leans as much into a clean grapefruit that you can get. This one, whereas this one somewhat has like a very basic grapefruit quality about itself, this one has a little bit more of a designer-esque grapefruit about itself. Somewhat more of like a clean shavings instead of just the actual grapefruit juice itself. Still has that soapy complexion to it as well. And it also has a very nice woody balance to it. Now, the one thing about this one that I'm going to say is taken away, this one right here, is even though it has that fresh spicy aspect in the opening, this one is far more clean than Bronzonite. It doesn't have that same syntheticness about itself. And then lastly, Pisa. Pisa is going to be the most expensive one out of all of them, fam. Pizza is going to be the most expensive one out of all of them. But this one's going to be the most fun to love. Out of all three of them, this one's going to be the most naturalistic grapefruit out of all three of these fragrances. Also, this one is going to be much more straight to the point in really focusing on the grapefruit, the woods in the dry down, and a very nice, clean, soapy, like I'm talking about luxury hotel bar soap. Like this one really does a great job of what it does when it maintains that that soapy complexion. Because where this one has the spices and the soap kind of dies down and the spices becomes a main player in this one. Where this one really does focus very much so on the three things: the grapefruit, the soap, and the woods. Clean, in my personal opinion. Start, bench, cut. Let's talk about it. Let me know down in the chat. I want to see what are we looking at here. Put me in the game, coach. Let's get it. Heard good things about all three. I have Tarati Blue and loved it. Used it Monday and Tuesday. There we go. Okay, we got one. Bezo, what we saying? Start Mason, bench Latafa, cut our mouth. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. So let me know, Bezo. Is it the spices that's in the Tarati Blue that you don't like? Like, I want to know what it is. Let me know down in the chat, fam. You got to keep me posted on that. Let's see, Bo. Hey, oh my God. Chat fam, I appreciate you for stopping by. Will Tarati last? Tarati has legs. It lasts on me. Hey, for real. That's the one thing. So I know how I'm going to rank mine. When it comes to performance with all three of these, Tarati Blue definitely takes the cake. Tarati Blue lasts all day, damn near on skin. On clothes, next day as well. Like Tarati Blue is going to last, and most of the time it's going to be the woods and the grapefruit that you get on next day with this one. This one right here has a little bit more of an average performance, 6 to 8 hours, so it's not really going to be the same projection, the same feeling that you get in a Tarati Blue. And this one right here is going to be in between that average range as well, but a little bit more high. I'm going to say like 7 to 9 hours. This one has the ability to last on skin, and I mean on clothes, and I really think that it's because of that spice, the woods, and the emphasis on that combination right there. For me personally, I'm looking to start pizza because, again, the way it has that grapefruit, the clean, bro, I'm talking about clean. You don't have to let this one sit there to build up. This fragrance is clean. And if I had to recommend a fragrance, like if I had to recommend one of these three fragrances as a blind buy for somebody, hey, Mo, I need a good fragrance. Kind of want something fresh. That's all I know. I just want something fresh. Can you help me out? If I had to recommend one of these three, it's going to be Pizza. Mainly because, again, this one is going to be a little bit more for my fragrance connoisseurs. You know what I'm saying? You got to know what that oriental spice is going to do to you. When you put it on, it's going to make you feel like a fresh prince of Dubai up in this bit. You know what I'm saying? Whereas this one, it's just everybody. It don't matter how basic, how big time you want to feel. This one right here just works. So my starter fragrance for sure is going to be Pizza. Now, I'm a big fan of the spices. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to hold you. And I would like to think that in most people collection, a fragrance like Tarati Blue, that's going to be that star. That's going to be that person that comes off the bench. Tarati Blue is really like a fragrance like a Lil Will, Jamal Crawford, you know what I'm saying? 6-man of the year type of fragrance. It is always there. You might not be the biggest fan of the DNA, or it might not be like the biggest DNA that you enjoy out of your whole collection. But when you just need something to just grab and go crunch time, you ain't got time to be thinking about it. You just need something that's going to be great for the situation, whether you're dressed up, whether you're casual. You just need something to go. Tarati Blue, man. Tarati Blue is that fragrance to where you can throw that thing in the travel bag to get on the plane, fam. It's like that. It is like that. As long as it's the right season, spring, summer, fall, you can probably even do this one in the wintertime with the spices. Man, look, Tarati Blue you can throw in your bag year round and go. Pizza is still going to be my starter. It's just something about it. It's just so clean. I got to cut Bronzonite. That's just going to have to be the one that I let go. And it's no disrespect. It's a little too spicy for me. Plus, I like the electric flanker better. Hey, now we do. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We still talking now with that electric. Now that electric is nice, fam. Tarati Blue smells like Axe to me, but it is an easy grab. Ooh. It is an easy reach. I will say that. Start Blue. I need the spice. Pizza Bench seems to be safe, but worth warming a bench. Cut the one in the middle. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I'm rocking with that. I can see that line up too, because again, you can't go wrong if you needed the signature scent. You can't go wrong with neither one of these. But if you are somebody who chooses Tarati Blue over Pizza out of the two fragrances, it lets me know that you're much more so into spices, and you might be a fan of the Oriental side of things. So I guess the East side of fragrances, whereas Pizza is very much so going to be like westernized. You know what I mean? But still simple and still nice. Pizza sounds really good, but I have too much of that DNA trying to cut back on the redundancy. I can see that. It is redundant, though. It is definitely redundant. Man, let me know what y'all think about this one. Start, bench, cut. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. We greatly appreciate the love over here. Let's go. I think I got enough time for one more, man. We're going to make this quick. We're going to make this one quick. We're going to make this one quick. Let's see what we got. I got Battle of the Blues. Nah, you know what? We're going to go signature scent. We're just going to get straight gritty. I got 15 minutes. We about to get straight gritty to this. This one, start, bench, cut. 3 extremely mass appealing fragrances. All affordable. All clone fragrances. Let's get active. Hold on. Where's it at? Right there. The first one, you know it ain't a party if Hawaii ain't in it. Hawaii size. The second one, Club de Nuit Intense, man. I don't care which version. I just know the fragrance. The third one, Assad, the OG. Let's get active. Let's get active. Now, I know that every single one of these are doing different DNAs. I get that. What I'm asking right now is a question of preference, and I guess you could say likability. Which one you enjoy the most? Like, that's more so of what I'm asking. Start, bench, cut. Now, let's start off with Club de Nuit Intense. Again, you can take any one. You can take any one. Just we're using this as a placeholder for the Club de Nuit line. You know they got 17 of them shits anyway. So I'm not expecting y'all to have the OG like me, but you know, just any one of them, whichever one is your favorite. We have to talk. Now, mine, I get the lemon pineapple smell, that pledge. I'm telling you right now, fam. I will probably always have this one in my collection. Or some form of it. Like, if you just want to have one of the safest fragrances literally on this earth, and if you want to focus on compliments and performance, compliments and performance, but I'm just saying the EDT still works. Now again, you can have the EDP, you can have the parfum, you can have the extrait de parfum, you can have the elixir, you can have the extreme, you can have the limited edition parfum extrait to elixir. I don't care. They all do the same thing. But as long as you have one of these DNAs in your collection, you really cannot go wrong, in my personal opinion. Now, the second fragrance, Hawaii Ice. Now look, y'all know how I'm a big fan of this, man. I'm a fan of this. Melon, apple, some nice fruits in the opening, very crisp, very clean, very refreshing. Like, this is literally one of them ones. Amber, woody, dry down. One of them ones. Can be somewhat sweet to some people, depending on who you ask. But this one can be somewhat synthetic, depending on who you ask. So it all just depends on which one you're looking for most, or which one you would enjoy most. Now, his last one, sheesh, what did, bro? Spices like earthy, dark, masculine, oud, woody. I think this has even had like some liquor in it. Oh my gosh, bro! When we talk about sexy fragrances, for me, this is one of the sexiest ones because again, it does that spice, that spice. That spice, fam. When I'm talking about spice, like it all. When I'm talking about spice, the spices on this one is absolutely beautiful. And then it has like this somewhat underlying effect of like some type of creamy sweetness. Also beautiful in my personal opinion. This one's kind of tough. Let's see what y'all are saying in the chat. Let's start Automatic Ice. Okay, so we got Hawaii's Ice in the start. Intense, man, for sure. Ooh, so you got Intense. So you got the Club de Nuit as a start. Okay. Okay, let's see. Start Club de Nuit, Bench Ice, Cut Aside. So Creed, Savage, and Inventus. This is tough. Oh man. Okay, let's see. Start Ice, Bench Intense, good, but drowning in the sea of others. Cut Aside, it is good, but the guys like it, not the women. Damn. You gotta think about that one. Gotta take that into consideration as well. Start Ice, Bench Club, and Cut Aside. Man, look, y'all gonna have to put some respect on the side's name, man. You know what I'm saying? Put a little bit of respect on the side. The side is still touching. It's still up there with the big boys when it comes to what it does. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm probably in that same vein as some of y'all, cause Ice, Ice is one of those fragrances. I want it max 30. I can't see this one ever leaving my collection. Ever leaving my collection. So Ice, I don't know. Personally, for me, if I'm looking at how I'm gonna set it up, I'm gonna pull up with Club de Nuit Intense as my starter fragrance, just because every day don't have to think about it, and I'm cool with smelling like this on a day-to-day basis. Because again, if I'm looking at a fragrance that I would want as my signature scent, this one would be fine, especially with this lineup. If I'm looking at these three, this one would be fine. More so because it leans, it's always going to be in that professional vein, so I never have to worry about it coming off somewhat inoffensive or anything. It's always going to work in professional situations, always going to work in network situations. If I need to dress it up, it will always be good. If I need to dress it down and keep it casual, it will always be good. Hawaii's Ice is going to be coming off the bench. And because I would much more so want people to know me with this fragrance when I'm having fun. Like if I put this one on, you know what drink in my hand. You know what I'm saying? You know I got me a little margarita. I got something that I'm sipping on. So for me, I'm gonna lean the same as y'all. Somewhat definitely start bench cut. Somebody said layer with nitro red, go crazy. I think I've tried that one. But you are right though, Will. All three of them, bang fam. You really can't go wrong. In my personal opinion, you can't go wrong with whichever one you wanted to go with. Whether it was the Ice, whether it was the Assad. And I really think that Assad doesn't get the most love in this situation. I probably should have put Bourbon up here, to be honest, because that one would have been a little bit more tougher. Because then you have like a gourmand, but very much so an aromatic gourmand designer fragrance with the lavender, with the praline, with that cacao sweetness that you get in bourbon. Bourbon is like that. But Ice is also, and this is something that somebody put me on. Ice for me, especially with that last combo I tried. What was it? The Ice and the Art of Universe combination. Ever since somebody put me on that, Hawaii's Ice is now becoming that fragrance that I want to use for layering. Like I'm really trying to figure out what fragrances I could combine this one with. Like I've tried the Herb Pure DNA, you know what I'm saying? The I Am White Amber Oud Gold Edition. Hawaii's Ice is becoming the best fragrance that I have right now when it comes to layering. And I would prefer to use Hawaii's Ice than the Hawaii's OG when it comes to layering because of that crisp nature that it comes off. It definitely just has a very nice clean profile about itself, where the OG Hawaii's also comes off very sweet. That one I would much rather have that one on its own because the sweetness in that could really overpower some of the other fragrances that I would be combining it with. Whereas this one, the only thing that's really going to overpower in this one is that crisp, refreshing feeling that you get with that aquatic sense. And that's what I really want to shine in Hawaii's Ice more so than that bubblegum sense that you get in Hawaii's the OG. Hope that made sense. I hope that made sense. Yeah, man. It was all good, man. I'm rocking with it. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section on this one. Start bench cut. How would you have them ranked up? Make sure you hit a like button for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We greatly appreciate that. Let's slide over. Nasia Tribute and Ice. Hey, hold on. I don't know, fam. That's kind of similar though. Like that's a very similar fragrance, and I say that because Hawaii's Ice is still not. I mean, not Hawaii's Ice. Wait, you said Nasia Tribute. Oh, ooh. I was thinking OG at first. Nasia Tribute and Hawaii's Ice. I might have to try that one. And this is a great question. It depends on how I'm doing it, man. Like so. At one point, I would get decants. I would order like 3 5 ml travel decants. And I would literally pump the juice from one and then pump the juice into the other. Like, so I would pump whichever one fragrance. So let's say if I'm just taking these two, just using that as an example. I'm pumping Hawaii's Ice first, which however much I want. Most of the time, I'll do the same amount of spray, so like 10 pumps. Then I'll do 10 pumps on this. Then I'll leave it at that. Shake it up. That would be how I would wear my fragrance back then. Now, I'm much more so just spray the shit on. I'm not even gonna hold you. Because I'm not about to keep buying these decants to reuse because some of them I still use. Like I have one that's a Herba Pura and a Baccarat joint. I'm combine those two DNAs. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my god, I still got that decan over there, Master Race, because that one had a little bit more of a rougher Baccarat DNA. So I've been letting that one sit. But the Baccarat and the Herba Pura together, I've been rocking that. Yeah. Anyway, that's on the travel decant. But for the most part, fam, yeah, I try to just spray them on myself. Like, if I was to do Hawaii's Ice and Art of Universe first, I'm definitely doing Hawaii's Ice first as the fragrance layering combo. I'm still going to do like 5 sprays. I'm not even going to hold you. I'm here, 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 here. And then same thing with Art of Universe. And that's just how I do it. But if I could and I had more of those atomizers, especially the travel ones, I would do that. I would definitely just pump up some more of those travel atomizers. Hey, yo, love this channel. Host knows his stuff, shares his experience, and his dedication shows in the enthusiasm. His opinion is valid and backed up. Hey, I appreciate that. Never a boring live. You already know this. Will live yet. So, Will, that means a lot, man. I definitely appreciate y'all, man. Big love right there. All right, we about to slide up out of here because I definitely got to go take care of some stuff. We might do another live. If we do a live tonight, I don't know, man. That music video live that we did, I kind of enjoyed that. I don't know if some of y'all were tapped in, but the music video live that we did the other night, when we was figuring out what fragrances we would wear if we were in certain music videos, we had, man, that shit, hey. It was a good time, man. I don't know. We might go live again tomorrow. I mean, we might go live again tonight. Not too sure. Might do a surprise show tomorrow. And I got another video coming out too. And I already did the Rec Store video that's already out. Make sure y'all check that one out because used to have some nice stuff, especially that Nordstrom Rack. We went over there off of Westheimer on that one, and they had some pretty good stuff over there at the Nordstrom Rack in Houston. Still wasn't the best price, but they had some good options for sure. Hey, I appreciate everybody that came through, man. We about to slide up out of here. Hope y'all have a great day. Hope y'all have a phenomenal day. Enjoy your weekend. And let's rock out, man. Y'all be safe, man.